back, you guys. Today we are doing the door. I got the other fender all done last night. It's actually at my work right now getting primed, but here we are. I got this door all sanded down. I did find some little dings. I knew I had some in this door. I had a good little wobble. I just didn't like it down here. Right here is a little bit of a wobble, but it kind of like dips up, so I think that's how it's supposed to be made. But I went ahead and just fixed this one right here because it is a flat panel right there. But this was my main concern. Now, I did feel this before. I was just going to ignore and paint it like that, but the more I got to feeling it, the more I just didn't like it. So I had kind of like a crease right here, and then I had a crease right here. So I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if that was basically I can't really explain it. Maybe it got hit kind of over there. It kind of wobbled it up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe someone kind of slammed it with their foot and kind of creased it right there. Can't really tell you basically what happened there. So that's what I'm thinking. Someone kind of either slammed it hard. I know it's a driver's side door, so maybe opening and closing the handle all the time. I don't know. I can't really explain it. I'm just trying to make excuses. But got it all fixed. The only reason why I know there was a crease right there is because when I went to go fill basically this passenger door, I couldn't feel it. So that's when I knew. I'm like, you know what? I don't like it. And since they kind of bought the car, I wanted it to look nice and smooth. My name is going to be basically on this car. So we had to make it look basically 100%. So yeah, we're getting pretty close. Like I said, I'm finishing up the door. I probably won't finish it today. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. Get my edges all sanded down. Get this door taken apart. And then after it's done being taken apart, basically take it back to my work, go get it primed, bring it back, block it for one last time. Same thing, I'll probably start on this door. And then next thing you know, I think I am going to take this car back to my work because there is a couple holes that I still have to weld up. If you guys don't know that story, I basically cut my quarter panels and cut my roof, so I had to weld it all back together. Wasn't satisfied with it. I was basically just going to junk the car because I just didn't want to look at it, didn't want to work on it. But, I talked to my Brewster, it's just my boss, and he just said weld it up, sand it down, body filler it, and call it good. So that's basically what I did. Now, I know that's not basically OEM regulations. They'd probably tell me to replace the roof, replace this and that. But, if it works, it works. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some people hating on basically what I did over there, which that's okay. I do understand how it all works. But that's what I did, and that's what we're going to go with. But anyways, we're going to get that all fixed up. And then I know the people who bought it, they're going to be pulling out this motor. Like I said, we are changing the whole color scheme of it. They want to go with like a purple color. It's basically going to be a girl's car, so she picked out the color. And what we were originally going to do, I know I told you guys this before, was we were just going to wrap the car and then we can paint it later. But we are already doing this much work. All the panels are basically apart, so I just said, well, let's just get it over with and get it painted. So there is an oil leak, so we have to find that out, where that oil leak is. Like I said, it's a little D-series motor, so it shouldn't be too bad to find the oil leak. I'm thinking, because they did say they replaced the head, I'm thinking they didn't seal it right with the head gasket, so I think it's leaking from the head, my opinion. But they are going to run it to see basically where the oil is coming from. The guy who sold it to me said that it didn't leak oil, but as you can tell, it leaks oil. So I did talk to him, and we are going to see what we're going to do. But welcome back, everybody, to the shop. In the last video, you saw that I was working on this door. Finally got all the body work done to it. So now I have it turned around, and we're just going to start taking apart basically everything, the whole interior of the door. Usually a lot of people like to leave this on, basically all the innards. But me, knowing that when I like to plate complete vehicles, I like to take everything off, just knowing that I don't really have to kind of, brush paint in there. At least I know if I can get all of this in here covered. You'll probably never see it, but that's okay. At least I know when someone else takes it apart, they can probably say that it's been done right. and not done the cheap way, which is basically do a hard line tape around here, tape around there, and basically not paint any of that, which, you know, I mean, it's okay. A lot of people do it. I don't mind it as well. But like I said, it's just my opinion. I like to take everything out. It's a little bit longer of a process doing it that way, but that's the way I like doing it. So that's how I'm going to do it. So, like I said, so I'm going to hurry up and take this off. What these are is a bunch of basically the window regulator, wiring, door handle, interior door handle, I should say, the memory box for the basically lock mechanism. Then, like I said, we already got the door handle out, so we won't have to worry about that. What I did notice, though, is there's a bunch of broken glass in here. So what I think happened was that someone broke the window. They didn't even bother taking out the glass when they replaced it with the new one. So I had to take a vacuum all that shit out. And yeah, so like I said, I actually found this piece too. And as you can tell, that's what it is. So yeah, like I said, they really just didn't give a shit when they were doing this door. But like I said, we are going to do it right. So get all this cleaned off, get it all wiped down. Probably going to have Alejandra, that's the girl who bought this car, probably go ahead and just start scuffing all this as well. If not, I'll probably hold off and at least take it apart. So that way I can get it primed one more time and then get it ready for basically paint. So I think I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. I don't know if I'm going to paint it all at once or if I'm going to jam everything and then paint everything as well. I don't know yet. So maybe what I'll do is I'll paint the basically the cab first, which is the roof and the quarter panels. And then I'll paint maybe the two doors as well with the quarter panels when I'm painting the car. And then we'll leave both fenders, the hood and the trunk lid, and do that last. But like I said, I'm not really for sure how we're going to do it yet. But yeah, so let me go ahead and take this apart. I'm going to tell you guys, it's just a bunch of 10 millimeters. Usually a way to kind of figure out where everything goes is either take a picture of how it is right now or a video, basically point out some things that you might forget. Like let's say this has 2 screws right here. This has 3 screws right here. Sometimes you can say the color of the screws as well. So black goes with the computer, and then the gold screws go with the door handle, and then as well as the mounting bracket for the door panel. But like I said, I've done plenty of these before, hundreds I should say, taking it apart. So me personally, I don't know where everything goes, so it won't really matter what screw goes there or what screw goes here. But I know for someone else taking the car apart for the first time, it's always better just to take a video, or it's better just to take photos. And like I said, so that's what we're going to do. These speakers are freaking brand new, so good for the people that bought it. Now they won't have to buy speakers later on. Anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and tear everything apart. Another good thing, if you guys have like an old bucket or something, always label them too. So like how this says driver's side door, this is the driver's side door. That way you can put all your screws, everything that you need in there, so you won't lose anything. And that way you have it labeled, so when you go to put everything back, it's right there and you know what it goes to. So a lot of people who take cars apart, they just don't give a shit of basically where the screws are, what screws go to what, and they just end up basically just saying screw it, and just finding different screws for different places. But yeah, so like I said, I don't like doing that. I actually like being somewhat organized. I know the shop doesn't look kind of organized, but when you have 4 guys sharing a shop, it's a little bit of a challenge to have one person clean up and not the other, and this and that. So usually I like to keep my area kind of tidy. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of messy, but we're getting there. We're trying to figure out if we're going to put shelving on top or what. I think a good shelf right here, at least something, just so we can put like paint cans, you know, other materials that we have that everybody else uses, you know. Like I said, the shelf will be everybody's. I know we do have parts up there, so if you guys see bumpers or anything, that's basically what they are. So yeah, we do have a couple things up there. So like I said, let me go ahead and get this all torn down. I'll probably show you the aftermath. If I don't show you the aftermath, then at least you know that I am going to tear it down. So